Vegans sometimes do serve themselves, not God. God's blessing will rest upon every effort made to awaken an interest in health reform. For health reform is needed everywhere. There must be a revival on this subject, for God purposes to accomplish much through this agency. I speak time and time again that it is the entering wedge, is it not? Yep. He who cherishes the light which God has given him upon health reform has an important aid in the work of becoming sanctified through the truth and fitted for immortality. That to me was mind-blowing, because people think when Christ comes, if they're ready, he's going to get their bodies ready, but no. Ellen White says differently. We need to have the health reform. It's an aid in the work of becoming sanctified and fitted for immortality. And there's many reasons why, which I'm going to be speaking about as I go. But if he disregards that light and lives in violation of the natural laws, he must pay the penalty. How many of us have been faced with illness? Nearly every one of us, nearly. I didn't say everyone, but nearly everyone in this room has been faced with illness, which means nearly every one of us have broken one or more of God's laws, natural laws. I'm not going to say 8. Adventists teach 8. I've seen someone teach 10. I teach 9. So we're going to talk a bit about that. God has given us great light upon the health reform, which he requires us all to respect. He does not send light to be rejected. Has the SDA Church rejected the health reform? Big time. They really, really have. I'm going to give you some examples of how it's been rejected and how God has used SDAs for us as examples. He does not send light to be rejected or to be disregarded by his people without their suffering the consequences. His disregard of health reform unfits him to stand as the Lord's messenger. That should hit home, because there are many of you in this room who teach. There are many of you in this room who preach. We've got elders in this room, we've got preachers and evangelists in this room, and we've got lay street preachers in this room, and we've got children's teachers in this room. What does Ellen White say? Your disregard of health reform unfits you to stand as the Lord's messenger. That is very, very powerful right there. So if we want to be the Lord's messengers, we need first to come to health reform before Christ can bless us in our work.